leg 3 of this trip is about to start. So we started off mule deer hunting, antelope hunting in the eastern side of Montana, and that's actually where I'm headed back to. We just did a short stint of an elk hunt. I think it was 3 days. We found some elk. We've seen a lot of cool stuff. Had a pretty cool experience for that 3 days, but the elk just weren't talking yet. So Dylan and Jay are going to team up, and they'll probably start hunting again on Sunday night. It's currently Friday, but I'm going to go back after mule deer and antelope. I got some tags in my pocket, and they're really itchy, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually headed back east. I think they're going to take the weekend off, stay away from some of that pressure. We were getting pretty much pushed out by pressure, but getting real excited. Finally getting solo into the backcountry. Not sure where I'm going to go tomorrow, but it's Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pressure is. But I don't think too many people bow hunt over here, and we didn't encounter any pressure last week, so this is the plan. Back to solo, back to how I like it. So stick around and we'll see. This is probably the end of one video and the beginning of another. So we'll see you on the mountain tomorrow. All right, well, pardon the sun, it is exactly noon. And since I don't think any mule deer are gonna be up running around yet, I spotted some antelope real far away, probably three miles from the road. Took this access trail back. I'm gonna try to get up and behind them and hunt some antelope today while I'm waiting for the sun to go down. I'm in a new area I've never been. Finally solo. So this is the beginning of the solo aspect of this trip. It's September 9th. And I want to try to kill some antelope in the heat of the day. Probably 80 degrees. Maybe I'll run into some mule deer or something out of here. I've never been in this section of forest before, so we'll see how it goes. But stay tuned. I'll try to film everything I can. Like I said, I'm doing it solo, so it might be a little bit interesting and exciting, but I am excited. Let's go kill some antelope. All right, I've reacquired my quarry, but they weren't where I left them. I don't think. Maybe I just got confused. But I walked way around, probably like 3 miles around. Now they're about 500 yards away, and it looks like I have a good gut to follow them. Maybe get close for a shot. So I'm gonna try to sneak up this gut, see what I can find. This kind of turned into a scouting trip because it's been like an hour or two since I left the truck, but I'm gonna try to sneak up and see if I can get close. Stay tuned. Well, just like that, the jig is up. I think they caught my wind because they started barking at me before I was even in sight. I was able to kind of sneak where they were running off to and get within about 100 yards. But that seems to be about the norm for these antelope. 100, 120 yards is where I'm getting every time. I don't know how many failed stalks that is now. Probably about 5, I would say. And 4 of those I got within 100 yards. So, my time's coming. But I done burned up this whole afternoon, so I need to boogie to my mule deer spot and glass for the evening. So I'll see you up on the mountain. Gotta grab some supplies for in town. And I'll probably get up there about 5 o'clock, so that'll be just perfect. So stay tuned. Antelope stalk 0 again. Well, wrapping up another awesome day in Montana. Today was pretty much just a travel day, kind of get my bearings back here on the east side, going after mule deer and antelope. I did get a few stalks on antelope today. Unfortunately, nothing successful. Just this evening, I didn't get any video of it, but I was able to get within 55 yards of one. But he was facing me and he came up over a rise, and all I could see was his head and neck area, so I couldn't get a shot. But other than that, it hasn't really been much of a productive evening. Storm's rolling in tonight. Hopefully they don't blow me off this mountain, but it has been an awesome trip so far. Hopefully more success to come. So stick with us here, and maybe something will show itself tonight. Lots of coyotes in here. Lots of coyotes. They've been going off non-stop for the past couple hours. All right, I'm gonna get back to glassing. Well, as you can probably tell from the sky behind me, it's a good day to be a mule deer because it is thunderstorming like crazy. It's all coming right at me. So I'm gonna take the afternoon and probably chill out in the tent. Hopefully it clears up by the evening so I can get some glassing in. This morning, super uneventful. Nothing going on besides some faraway antelope. Tried a little stalk on them. They split up. It was 2 bucks. They split up. I knew where the one was. I was making a play on him, and the other one busted me on top of the little coulee. So they took off. I got to about 80 yards. And then this afternoon in camp, I was just chilling around camp, get out of my tent, and I see an antelope bedded, probably like 200 yards. I didn't get any of this on film because I was at the back of my truck, and I couldn't go into my truck to get my camera and stuff because they were bedded way out in front of the truck. So I went in my Crocs all the way around, got to 72 yards, drew, the one stood up, shot, and he bolted right when I shot. Arrow, I don't know, hit probably 5 feet behind him. It was a 72-yard shot, but I don't think those shots are happening on an alert goat. So back to the drawing board with the goat hunting. It's not going well. It sure is fun, but it's definitely not going well. I'm gonna hide from this storm, hopefully get out tonight. So stay tuned. Need to find some mule deer. Running out of days. Running out of days. All right, well, I'm rejuvenated, leaving the trucks, going into a new spot tonight. It's about a mile and a half from camp. It's kind of like a little basin we haven't looked over yet, so maybe something's hiding in there. There hasn't been any deer in these other spots we've been checking out. Also, those 2 antelope bucks that gave me the slip went this way this afternoon, so maybe I'll run into them over there. Got some payback to do on that one that jumped my string earlier. But that's the plan for the evening. Storm's finally let up. Blue skies. Good wind for this spot. I'm gonna get to a high spot and do some glass and hopefully run into them. So stick with us. I got a little bit of a hike to do, but it's finally cooled down some, so shouldn't be too bad. All right. All right, dramatic change of events. Glassed up 2 bucks, 2 shooters on public. One of them is only like 500 yards away. Big, crazy 2x3, I think. But I'm gonna go after him. I got a nice little coulee I can take all the way to him. Hopefully I don't bump out too many deer, but I'm gonna do it. The other one is bigger and he's way further away. Big hardhorn 4-point, but I'm doing it. I got about 45 minutes of light. So this guy is going down. Wind is in my favor. I just got to pinpoint where he is, but he's a nice buck. Velvet, funky buck. All right, let's do this thing. Oh, well, it turns out this mule deer hunting stuff is tough. Just had to do the walk of shame back to my pack. I think I maybe got a little overzealous on that stalk. I kind of just went right at him. When in hindsight, I probably should have just watched him, see if I could pick him up in the morning. But he was right on the edge of public and private. I don't know where he was going to bed. He was bedding in the bottom and he came out. So I just took that bottom in, and I think as soon as I got up to the top, wind just blew right at him. I think I was about 80 yards away from him and I saw him bound up over the hill. But what a day. Oh, what a beautiful place. But this mule deer hunting stuff is tough. Now I got a couple mile hike back in the dark with only my little tiny headlamp because I forgot my big one in the tent. But I'm going to go back, make a plan for the morning, make a plan for that 4-pointer I saw. He is on public. He's just close to the private line. But I think I can make a play in the morning. It's just going to be a really long hike. But that's the plan. Stick with me. I'll see you back at camp, make some dinner, maybe do a little more chit-chatting. But, oh, this mule deer hunting is fun. I got to get this done so I can get into the elk woods. All right, here we go. Well, here's the fun I'm having today. It is completely fogged in to the long hike in here this morning to try to put this 4-pointer I saw last night to bed. And I can't see anything. You can probably see about, 100 yards in front of me. I did see a little 2-pointer on the way in here. But this will make things a little bit interesting for the rest of the day. I'm hoping the sun comes up and burns this off so I can at least see something. But if not, I'll still hunt my way back to the truck in a little while. Just never know what you're going to get out here. We've had everything from 102 degrees to 45 and foggy this morning. Hopefully I can locate some bucks. Stay tuned. All right, sorry about the wind, but I picked up that 4-point from last night. He's actually not too far from where he was bedded before. I'm hoping I can get him to bed. He's just out feeding right now. I'm way up above him. My wind's kind of going towards him, but I think these thermals are taking it way up. The sun came out, so I'm gonna watch him. Hopefully he beds and I can make a move. Things are heating up. He's a beautiful 4x4, real red antlers. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Well, there he went. Watched him firmly and utterly stroll out of my life. Went up over the ridge, firmly onto private land, so unless he makes a drastic change when he comes out the other side, he is going to be on private land. Big old guy. He had a little bit of a limp, it looked like, just real reddish horns. He would have been a nice one to shoot. But I'm going to keep glassing and see if I can pick anything else up. Sun's starting to come up. Fog's gone. Dang it. Well, here's to more glassing. Well, I haven't given much of an update today since this morning because it's kind of been a crappy day overall. I did have pretty decent luck this morning. I saw that bigger buck, but he went up onto private, up out of my life. And then walking back, I bumped 3 bucks. One of them was a pretty nice 4x3. Then it was with 2 other little scrub bucks, but the 4x3 was nice. He was nice and wide. I got a little bit of video of him I'll splice in here. But other than that, today's been super uneventful. I had 2 dudes on dirt bikes come in here. They said they were looking for antelope. I don't know. They came in. I talked to them. They went back where I've been seeing them antelope for about, they were probably back there for 2 hours. Then they just zoomed back out to the road. I did see some antelope in here. And I actually saw some antelope right down by their truck when they were back there. So that's kind of funny. But also had the rancher in here on a side-by-side. He was checking on cows. So it's been pretty active in here. It seems like you get about 1 shot at each one of these little basins before you blow the deer out. If you go down in there, or you get the wrong wind, or you blow a stalk, that basin's screwed. I don't know if I've seen repeat deer in a single basin after blowing it out. So tomorrow morning, I think I'm going to drive all the way around and hit the one last basin in this chunk that we haven't been into yet, that I haven't been into yet. But then I'm picking up camp and getting the heck out of here. I'm going to go check out another spot before I meet back up elk hunting to finish this trip off. But I'm really hoping I can get another shot at a muley. I've seen some awesome bucks, though. I can't believe what Montana's had to offer with the quality of bucks. I definitely didn't see these bucks when I was here rifle hunting a couple years ago, so that's been cool. Definitely some of the biggest mule deer I've seen on public land here in Montana, so that's pretty cool. But I'm going to finish up this glassing session tonight. I haven't seen any deer yet, a couple far away antelope. Then we'll get some sleep and hit it in the morning. See what we can do. But thanks for sticking with me. Beautiful country out here. It has been a memorable trip so far. Got 1 week left. And hopefully we can get some animals on the ground. Lots of lessons learned. Lots of blown stalks. That's going to be my motto for this trip, is blown stalks. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, I'm out here currently hiding from the wind, but here's the plan for today. I am going to drive around, do some antelope hunting, probably do a lot of glassing from the road, maybe hike into a few spots. But with this wind, it should be a pretty good stalking conditions. It's super hot, super windy, super sunny, so hopefully the antelope are out. And I think I'm going to stay in this spot and try to find some mule deer tonight. I'm going to do that long hike into where I saw that funky buck the other day. So I think that's the plan for tonight. I did see and stalk a bachelor group of bucks this morning right down from camp, but unfortunately they were all just 2 points, so got within 18 yards, but no shot on those little guys. Well, that's the plan for today. Driving around, antelope hunting. I got to get some fuel, got to get some water, so I got to restock on some things. A couple more days of mule deer hunting, then I'll go out west for the elk. Maybe join up with Dylan and Jay. But stick with me today. Lots of driving. Hopefully some antelope. Hopefully some stalks. Maybe I'll kill something today. We'll see. Well, after being humbled by antelope all day long, I swear I stalked about 3 or 4 of them. Got 200 yards each time, busted. Been crawling around the sagebrush and cactuses and all this crap for the past couple hours, and it's hot today. It's probably, I don't know, 85. But now's the time to get back on that glassing ridge, look for those bucks I've been seeing. I'm walking in, probably about 2 miles from the trail, I would say. Up and down a few drainages, get to my glassing point, and hopefully there's some deer out tonight. Getting down to the wire here with the deer hunt, so that's it. I'll see you up on the glassing point. Just like that, the wind swirled and he's gone. I got to about 55 yards. He was bedded down below me. I had to crawl back off my glassing point. Got down on the same level, worked my way in. Had a bush between me and him. It was perfect. Just felt that wind swirling. Oh, he was a nice buck. But I'm gonna get back up to the glassing point. Hopefully locate something else tonight. This is where I'll be for the foreseeable future. Just a big 4x3. I think he was the one I seen yesterday. But I got a long ways to walk in my socks to get back where I need to be. But these mule they are testing me big time. That's the bush. He was right on the other side of it. Just needed. He went down this way, up and over. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright, that's bowing. There's my glassing point up there. I had to sneak over the backside and down and that way. What a buck. Hopefully he's not out of my life forever. Got within 55 of him. Wind just swirled. He knew something wasn't right. I also saw a coyote on the ridge down towards him when I was going for the stalk, so he might have smelled that too. But I'm gonna be back up here in the morning. Hopefully I can locate him. God, he's a big wide. He is an awesome buck for this part of the state. I found my honey hole. Now I just need to make it happen. I'm not leaving this place until it happens. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful deer. Same deer I saw yesterday. Oh, man. Oh, he's just skylining right now, just mocking me. He's with like a little spike. I think the buck I jumped out of here was that third buck that was with him yesterday. It's definitely the same buck I saw yesterday. But hopefully I can find him in the morning. Stay tuned. Bam. Well, that's another Montana day in the books. Got the long hike back to the tent. This was a productive day. Chased antelope all day. Obviously wasn't very productive with that. It then got a stalk on the biggest muley I've ever stalked. Oh, getting close. Getting real close. I know where I'll be in the morning. He caught my wind at the last minute, but I watched him go over the ridge, so I think I'll be able to find him in the morning. But I got a long walk back, dinner, sleep, wake up 4:30, get back out here. Just to try to fill this Montana general tag. Hopefully I can get it done, because I do want to go back elk hunting, but I'm not leaving if the hunting is this good here. No freaking way. I know Dylan and Jay are probably having a ball without me. I sent them a message on the inReach to see if they're having any luck. I'll let you guys know if I hear back from them. Jay might be filming, so I might be able to add in some of that film. We'll see, but I'll see you guys in the morning. More walking. That's all I do is walk. Also, you'll notice this tiny little red light on my head, because where do you use your headlamp the most? Probably in your tent at night, and in the morning when you're making your coffee, making your dinner, all that jazz. But I have this tremendous ability to forget my headlamp in said tent. So by the end of the day, I'm using this tiny little Petzl, little tiny thing to try to light my trail back to camp. And I had a vision yesterday, actually this morning I think, that a mountain lion attacked me while I'm walking back to my tent. Because I think this is mountain lion country. And that I had to fight it off with my Leatherman in my pocket. And I actually killed it, and it didn't kill me, even though I was hurt pretty bad. So let's hope that vision doesn't come true in the next couple days, and I remember my big headlamp. All right, that's my thoughts from this dark trail with this very dimly lit headlamp. See you guys in the morning.
Well, I made it up to my glassing point, and I actually glassed up the buck from last night. He came over the top of the ridge just as it was getting light, and he bedded up with his little spiky fork friend way at the top of a ridge. I don't think this is going to be his last bed for the day because, like I said, it just got light, but he's far away, and he's got a little sentry friend. The two-pointer is bedded on the back side of the ridge, and he's on the front side of the ridge. And the two-pointer is actually like right at the top, so there's no way to sneak in there. But I'm going to keep an eye on him, look for some more deer. Hopefully he gets into a position for a play. I can make something midday when he's really bedded up. But now the waiting game starts. Hopefully he can glass with some more deer because I'm in a giant area. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Well, I've decided I'm making my move. They're just kind of chilling at the top of this ridge, and it looks like they're gonna drop over the backside. So I got to do something, because if they drop over that backside, I'm not gonna be able to see where they bed. So I'm gonna try to get closer. Where I ranged them, it was 1,036 yards. I'll try to cut that distance in threes. Get like 300 yards away from them. If they go down and around, I'll have a pretty good opportunity to get around on them, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm making a mad dash for it. Well, no consolation prize for this one. Just a long walk back to the truck with muddy socks, wet, muddy socks, debating on whether to take them off and go sockless or to go with wet, muddy socks in my shoes. I think I'm going to take them off. Also stepped on a cactus on the way back up to my pack, so that feels good. Hopefully I got all the prickers out. But I relocated those deer down in the creek bank. I didn't know what they were going to do, if they were going to bed down there, but they were just slowly feeding. Worked my way down, kicked some does out. I think that's probably what tipped them off. Kicked these does out. They went up the canyon, snuck down, and then the spike busted me. He was probably about 60 yards, and I could see just the tips of the antlers of the big buck. And then they ran, and they ran, and they ran. So I think that's going to be the end of this spot. I've blown this basin out like 3 or 4 times now. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm going to pack up camp and chase some antelope. Maybe link up with Jay and Dylan later. We'll see. But I have about had it. There's some antelope down below me I might go chase. That's why they call it bow hunting. If I had a rifle, I could have ended this hunt many days ago with a very nice buck. Also, probably why you don't see too many people bow hunting out here. I've run into 2 other hunters, and they were antelope hunting with dirt bikes. That's the only other hunters I've seen or ran into. I've seen some campers parked about, but I don't even know what that entails, whether they're here just for rifle season or what. But I'm gonna go chase some antelope with my bare feet. Try not to step on any more cacti. But that's that. Stay tuned. This might be the end of my solo mule deer video. We'll see. But thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe. Go to Leaky Jumbo Company, buy some merch. I'm wearing the bear hat. I've switched between the SBO and the bear hat. Maybe I'll switch hats again to bring me some more luck, but this has been an adventure. All right, I gotta figure out what to do right now. Catch you guys later.